Good evening. My name is Kaitlin Jensen, and back in 2007, when my husband and I both landed jobs as city and school employees, I thought we were incredibly lucky because I knew several double employees who had the type of life I had always dreamed of. A modest house, several children, summers off to spend with their children, and enough money to pay all the bills, invest in retirement, pay for extracurricular activities, and even money for an occasional family vacation. It is now 2014, and both my husband and I are teachers for Virginia Beach, and I'm not seeing that dream as realistic anymore. Instead, I find myself wondering how we will afford a daycare bill of a minimum of $700 a month when we have our first child. Or where will we find the money to pay the additional cost of health insurance coverage for that child? At the moment, it would take all the flexible income we have to be able to afford those two things. And that doesn't account for the cost of feeding, clothing, and diapering a child. I looked at my take-home pay, and I only bring home $290.56 more a month, $3,486.72 a year than I did as a first-year teacher. And you must remember that I have taken a promotion during that time and now work 5 additional weeks and an extra 40 contracted minutes a day all year, which accounts for approximately $100 of this increase. I don't care what world you live in. This is an unacceptable increase for 7 years of experience and a so-called promotion. I know that my utility bills and grocery bills have increased by well over $290.56 a month during my 7 years as a Virginia Beach employee. This year has been yet another difficult year for school employees as we have faced doing more with less yet again, increased class sizes, skyrocketing increases to health insurance for the 3rd year in a row, and Saturday makeup days, not to mention being chastised and degraded by 7 members of this school board who clearly have little respect for the work that employees do. And if that wasn't enough to send you into a spiral of emotion, then we heard that the best the school board can do in terms of compensation is a 2.79% raise, 1% which will go directly to the VRS. I've reached my breaking point, as have many of my colleagues across the district. But I am giving the school board and our interim superintendent one last chance to do right by their staff. The school board must ask the city council for additional funds to provide a minimum 5% raise for all employee groups. I've spoken many times in front of this board and talked about non-compensation based solutions to show your appreciation for employees, and not one of those suggestions has been used, so it is apparent that the only way this board knows how to show any level of employee appreciation is through minimal raises that the employees must beg and plead for each year. I am tired of having to beg and plead for each and every minimal pay raise, which still left me with less when adjusted for inflation. It is way past time that the school board stand up on behalf of its employees and announce that we need more money because we aren't doing right by our employees. Win, lose, or draw, that would show employees that just maybe this elected school board actually cares about its employees and wants to see them paid fairly for the work that is asked.